All right, so we're diving into the world of aquaculture today.
Yeah.
Prepping for that Aquaculture Husbandry Worker interview. And we've got the intel package right here from RoleCatcher.
Oh, yeah.
Sample questions, career guides.
Right.
They even have AI tools to help you stand out.
That's great.
Think of us as your interview prep squad.
I like it.
Okay, so this isn't just about acing one interview, right?
Yeah.
It's about stepping into this whole booming industry.
Exactly.
Demand for sustainable seafood is just skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And that means skilled aquaculture husbandry workers, they're in high demand.
Big time.
So let's dive into these RoleCatcher interview questions.
Okay.
They don't just tell us what interviewers ask,
Yeah.
but what they're really trying to figure out, you know?
It's a secret code.
Yeah, like having a backstage pass to the interviewer's mind.
Exactly.
Okay, so first question. What experience do you have in aquaculture?
Okay.
Now, you might not have like a resume
Right.
packed with commercial fish farm experience,
Yeah, that's okay.
and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
So how do you like really nail this one if you're just starting out?
Think back to anything you've done that shows a passion for aquatic life.
Okay.
So maybe you kept a pristine goldfish pond,
Okay.
volunteered at an aquarium, or even aced a school project on marine ecosystems.
Right.
It's about showcasing your enthusiasm and potential.
So even something as simple as a goldfish pond
Yeah.
could be spun into relevant experience.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of follow-up questions do you think might come after that?
They might dig deeper into a specific experience.
Okay.
So, for example, they might say something like,
Okay.
tell me about a time you had to solve a problem
Okay.
with your goldfish pond. What steps did you take?
Okay.
This helps them see your problem-solving skills in action.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, how do you prioritize your tasks on a daily basis?
Oh, good one.
This one seems like it's all about organization
It is.
and showing you can handle that aquaculture hustle.
Exactly.
So what are your thoughts on that one?
So the key here is to highlight
Okay.
both urgent and routine tasks.
Okay.
Think about it. An aquaculture husbandry worker has to be on top of things like water quality, feeding schedules, cleaning, and those unexpected fish health emergencies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So walk them through a hypothetical day,
Yeah.
showing off those organizational superpowers.
Yeah.
Maybe something like, first I check for any urgent issues, like a potential fish health problem or equipment malfunction.
Yeah.
Then I'd tackle my routine tasks like feeding and cleaning,
Yeah.
making sure to follow all safety protocols.
Very important.
Does that sound about right?
You nailed it.
Okay.
You're showing them you can juggle those daily demands while keeping a cool head.
Right.
They might even follow up with something like,
No.
tell me about a time you had to handle competing priorities. How did you manage your time effectively?
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
That really digs deeper into your ability to stay organized under pressure.
Totally.
Okay, question number 3. How do you monitor fish health?
Okay.
This is where your inner fish whisperer comes in,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
So what are they looking for here?
So this is about showcasing your knowledge of fish behavior and water quality.
Okay.
Think like a detective.
Okay.
What visual cues would you look for? Are the fish swimming normally?
Okay.
Are their fins intact?
Okay.
Any unusual marks or behaviors?
And of course, we can't forget about water quality.
Oh, that's critical.
That's like the foundation of a healthy aquaculture operation.
Absolutely.
Talk about those key parameters that you would monitor.
Right.
pH ammonia, dissolved oxygen.
All those are crucial.
You know, show them you understand the science
Yeah.
behind keeping those fish thriving.
Exactly.
You're not just changing the water. You're creating this whole thriving ecosystem.
You're an ecosystem engineer.
I like that.
Yeah.
So do you think they might follow that up with like a
Might
signal?
ask you something like,
Okay.
what would you do if you noticed a sudden drop in dissolved oxygen levels?
Yeah.
They're looking for that proactive problem-solving mindset.
So it's not just knowing the terms, but like demonstrating that you can apply that knowledge in a real-world situation.
Yeah, real world.
Okay. Can you describe your experience with feeding fish?
Right.
I imagine it's a lot more nuanced
It is.
than just sprinkling some flakes in a tank.
It's much more than that.
What are they looking for here?
So here, you want to showcase your understanding
Okay.
of fish nutrition and different feeding techniques.
Okay.
Talk about adjusting feeding schedules based on the species,
Okay.
their growth stage, and even the water temperature.
So it's like fine dining for fish.
It is.
You're not just a feeder. You're like a fish chef.
You're a fish chef. Exactly.
What kind of follow-up questions do you think they might ask?
So they might ask you something like,
Okay.
what are some signs of overfeeding? Or what steps would you take to address it?
Okay.
Or they could ask, how would you ensure all fish in a large tank are getting adequate nutrition?
Those are great.
Yeah.
They really get to the heart of like...
responsible feeding.
Yeah, responsible feeding practices.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, how do you ensure fish tanks are clean and well-maintained?
All right, good one.
Cleanliness is next to healthy fish, right?
It is.
What are we showcasing here?
So this is a chance to demonstrate your attention to detail and that meticulous approach.
Yeah.
Walk them through your cleaning routine.
Okay.
Highlight the tools you'd use.
Okay.
How you'd maintain that all-important filtration system.
Right.
And the frequency of cleaning.
So you're not just splashing around with a sponge.
Yeah.
You're like showcasing this systematic approach
Absolutely.
to tank hygiene.
Yeah.
What kind of follow-up question could they ask about cleaning?
They might ask you,
Okay.
what are the potential consequences of neglecting regular tank cleaning?
Okay.
This lets you show you understand the link between cleanliness, water quality, and fish health.
You're thinking beyond the chore itself.
Exactly. You're seeing the big picture.
All right, let's move on to a question that involves a bit more finesse.
All right.
How do you handle fish during the transfer process?
Okay.
Those fishy friends can be delicate.
They are.
So minimizing stress is key.
Very important.
So what are your thoughts on this one?
This is where you demonstrate your fish handling skills and your knowledge of best practices.
Yeah.
Explain the techniques you would use to safely and gently move fish between tanks or ponds. Mentioning equipment like nets or specialized containers.
And don't forget about acclimation.
Oh, that's crucial.
You don't want to just plop those fish into a totally different environment.
They need time to adjust.
Oh, yeah.
Explain how you'd gradually acclimate them to minimize stress.
What kind of follow-up might come?
You might ask, what are some signs of stress in fish during transfer? And how would you address them?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It shows you're not just focused on like the physical transfer, but on the well-being of the fish.
Exactly.
Throughout the entire process.
A whole journey.
Okay, speaking of fish well-being.
Yes.
Our next question is all about disease prevention. How do you prevent disease outbreaks in fish?
Oh, that's a big one.
This is where you showcase your proactive mindset
Yeah.
and knowledge of biosecurity measures.
Absolutely.
Explain how you disinfect equipment, quarantine new arrivals, and maintain optimal water quality.
Crucial.
All those crucial steps to keep those fish healthy.
Yeah, preventative care is key.
To really impress them,
Yeah.
could you even mention specific biosecurity protocols you're familiar with?
Absolutely.
Like using foot baths or disinfecting nets between uses?
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
It shows you're really thinking about every single detail.
Yeah, attention to detail is important.
A potential follow-up question here could be, describe a situation where you had to implement biosecurity measures.
Okay.
What were the challenges?
Yeah.
And how did you overcome them?
That's a great way to show that you've not only learned about it, but you've actually put it into practice.
Right. They want to see that you can handle those real-world challenges.
Real-world experience.
Okay. Are you ready for question number 8?
I am. Bring it on.
All right. How do you manage fish populations?
Okay.
This question dives into the sustainability aspect of aquaculture and your understanding of balancing production goals with the long-term health of the fish.
Absolutely crucial.
It's not just about raising as many fish as possible.
Yeah.
It's about
sustainable practices.
Those responsible practices that ensure the health of the population for future generations.
Future.
So what should people focus on with this question?
Discuss your understanding of breeding programs, stocking densities, and selective harvesting. They might follow up with something like, how would you approach managing a fish population that's showing signs of overcrowding? Or what factors would you consider when developing a breeding program?
Yeah, these are all great questions that really test your knowledge of sustainable aquaculture practices.
Yeah, that's the heart of it.
Now, question number 9 focuses on a crucial skill. Can you describe your experience with water quality testing?
Good one.
This seems like a technical one.
It is.
What are they looking for here?
So this is where you detail your experience, testing for those key parameters like pH, ammonia, dissolved oxygen, and temperature.
Okay.
Explain how you'd interpret those results and what actions you'd take based on those findings.
So it's not just about knowing how to use the equipment. It's about analyzing the data and taking appropriate steps.
Taking action.
To maintain that perfect aquatic environment.
Exactly. You're a problem solver.
What kind of follow-up might they ask?
They might ask, what are the acceptable ranges for these parameters, and how do they vary depending on the species being raised? This shows you understand the nuances of water quality management for different fish.
It's not one size fits all.
No, definitely not.
Okay, last question in this set.
All right.
How do you ensure compliance with environmental regulations?
Very important.
This one feels like it's all about
responsibility
and professionalism.
Yeah.
What do we want to highlight here?
This is about showcasing your knowledge of relevant regulations and your commitment to ethical and sustainable practices. Explain your understanding of those regulations and how you'd meticulously maintain records to ensure everything is done by the book.
So you're showing them you're not just like a fish enthusiast.
Right.
You're a responsible professional.
Yeah, you take it seriously.
Who takes compliance seriously.
Absolutely.
What kind of follow-up do you think they might have?
They might ask you, what are some common environmental challenges faced by aquaculture operations, and how would you address them?
Okay, we've really dived deep.
We have.
Into these 10 common aquaculture husbandry worker interview questions.
Yeah, good foundation.
But don't worry, we're not done yet.
There's more.
In the next part, we'll explore how RoleCatcher can provide even more personalized support to help you ace that interview.
Get ready.
Stay tuned.
We'll be back.
Welcome back.
So we just walked through some of those tough aquaculture husbandry worker interview questions. But RoleCatcher doesn't just like drop the mic there.
No, they don't.
They've got this whole toolkit to help you prep like a pro.
The whole arsenal.
It's like having a secret weapon in your back pocket.
Exactly.
So what else does RoleCatcher offer besides these sample questions?
One of the coolest features is their AI-powered CV resume builder.
Oh, wow.
It's not just about listing your skills. It's about making sure they shine for each specific job. The AI analyzes the job description and helps you tailor your resume to highlight the most relevant experience.
So it's like having a personal resume stylist?
It is.
Who speaks fluent aquaculture?
Exactly.
I bet that saves a ton of time and stress.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, what about the actual interview?
Yeah.
Are there any tools to help with that?
This is where it gets really exciting.
Okay.
They have a practice interview feature.
Okay.
It's like having a virtual coach in your corner.
Right.
You record yourself answering those tough questions, and their AI analyzes your performance, giving you personalized feedback.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
It analyzes your video?
It does.
What kind of feedback does it give?
It looks at everything. How clearly you communicate your body language, even the content of your answers.
Wow.
It's like having a mirror that tells you exactly what's working and what needs a little polish.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
It's like having a personal stylist for your interview style.
Exactly.
Okay. But even with all this prep,
I
still get nervous.
I get it.
About those curveball questions.
Those are tough.
You know, the ones that make you go, can I phone a fish friend?
Yeah, those are the worst.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Those curveballs are totally normal.
And that's where RoleCatcher's career guides come in.
Right.
They provide insights into the industry, potential career paths, even salary expectations.
So it's not just about prepping for this interview.
No.
It's about getting the big picture of your aquaculture career.
The big picture, exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, it's important to think long term.
Okay, let's dive back into some of those interview questions and see how RoleCatcher's AI can really help us fine-tune our answers.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, remember that first question?
Yeah.
About your experience. Let's say you're fresh out of school.
Okay.
But you spent your summers volunteering at a local aquarium.
Right.
So how do you make that aquarium gig stand out to an aquaculture employer?
That's where the AI comes in.
Okay.
It can analyze the job description and suggest ways to frame your experience to show transferable skills.
Okay.
Maybe the job emphasizes teamwork, So you highlight how you collaborated with other volunteers to maintain the tanks and care for the animals.
Right.
Or perhaps it mentions problem solving.
Okay.
So you talk about that time you had to troubleshoot a faulty filter system.
Okay, so the AI helps you connect the dots.
It does.
Between your experience and what the employer is really looking for.
Exactly. It helps you tailor your message.
That's great.
Yeah.
What about that question on prioritizing tasks?
Yeah.
How can the AI help with that?
It can give you examples of time management techniques and prioritization strategies that are specific to the aquaculture industry.
Right.
Let's say you're talking about a typical day on the job.
Okay.
The AI might suggest structuring your answer like this.
Okay.
First, I check for any emergencies, like a fish health issue or equipment malfunction.
Okay.
Then I'd focus on routine tasks like feeding and cleaning, ensuring I follow all safety protocols.
It's like having a script writer.
It is.
In interview answers.
Yeah.
It helps you sound confident and organized.
It does.
Using language that resonates with aquaculture employers.
Exactly. You're speaking their language.
All right, now let's tackle that more technical question about monitoring fish health.
Yeah.
This is where the AI can really show off its knowledge.
It can.
Okay, I'm all ears.
All right.
How does it help you sound like a fish health expert?
Yeah.
Even if you're still learning the ropes?
It suggests industry-specific terminology and best practices to weave into your answer.
Okay.
Let's say you're talking about water quality testing.
Okay.
The AI might suggest specific parameters to mention,
Right.
like dissolved oxygen or ammonia levels, and explain why they're important for fish health.
Okay.
It might even give you examples of what to do if those levels are off.
So it's not just about knowing the basics. It's about sounding like you've already got your feet wet.
Exactly. You sound like a pro.
So to speak.
Yeah.
What about those questions related to environmental regulations?
Oh, yeah. Those are important.
That's an area where I could definitely use some AI guidance.
Me too.
Okay. Tell me more.
And that's where the AI really shines.
Okay.
It can provide summaries of relevant environmental regulations and compliance requirements.
Okay.
Specific to aquaculture.
Okay.
It helps you tailor your response to show you understand those regulations and are committed to sustainable practices.
It's like having a pocket lawyer.
It is.
Who specializes in aquaculture.
Exactly.
But it's not just about memorizing rules, right? It's about showing that you genuinely care.
Yeah.
About the environmental impact of aquaculture.
Absolutely.
And are willing to go the extra mile to ensure compliance.
It's about walking the walk.
Okay, so we've covered so much ground already.
We have.
From prepping your resume to nailing those tough interview questions.
It's been a journey.
But we're not done yet.
There's more.
In the final part of our deep dive, we'll explore the importance of continuous learning in the ever-evolving world of aquaculture.
It's a dynamic field.
Stay tuned for more insights to help you make a splash in this exciting field.
We'll see you soon.
All right, welcome back to our aquaculture deep dive.
Yeah.
We've prepped those interview answers.
We have.
But let's talk about what comes after you land that aquaculture husbandry worker job.
Right. The journey continues.
What's so fascinating about this field is that it's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
New tech, sustainable practices, research.
It's all happening so fast.
It's all moving so fast.
Yeah.
So how do you keep up
and
like become the ultimate aquaculture rock star?
That's where continuous learning comes in.
Okay.
It's not just about getting hired. It's about thriving in your career.
Okay.
Think of it like leveling up your skills.
Right. Employers love to see that you're invested in growing.
Absolutely.
What are some ways to do that?
So RoleCatcher's career guides are a goldmine for this.
Okay.
They suggest checking out workshops and conferences to learn about the latest breakthroughs in aquaculture.
Okay.
Imagine being at the forefront of innovation, learning from the leading experts.
That sounds pretty cool.
It is.
It's not just about what you learn, though, right?
No.
It's also about who you meet.
Exactly. Networking is key.
Yeah.
Join industry associations, connect with other aquaculture professionals. You can swap stories, share tips, and stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Plus, you never know where those connections might lead.
It's like building your own little aquaculture dream team.
It is your aquaculture squad.
I like it.
Yeah.
What about certifications?
Yeah.
Do those really make a difference?
Absolutely. Earning certifications in specialized areas like fish health management or water quality control, shows employers you're serious about your craft.
Okay.
It's like adding a turbo boost to your resume.
You're taking it to the next level.
Exactly.
I can see how that would make you stand out.
Yeah, for sure.
What other resources does RoleCatcher suggest?
They're big fans of online courses and webinars.
Okay.
They're a fantastic way to expand your knowledge base on your own time.
Okay.
And many of them are free.
Yeah.
Or super affordable.
Perfect for busy folks.
Yeah.
Who are already juggling work and life.
Exactly.
It's all about being proactive.
It is.
And hungry for knowledge.
Yeah. Always be learning.
The aquaculture world is full of opportunities.
It is.
But you have to be willing to dive in and keep learning.
Then swim in.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, let's leave you with a thought to ponder.
Okay.
As aquaculture continues to grow, playing this vital role in feeding the world, what role do you envision for yourself?
Oh, that's a good question.
What kind of aquaculture innovator will you be?
Yeah, what impact do you want to make?
Yeah, we hope this deep dive has given you the tools and the confidence.
Absolutely.
So to not just land that job, but to really thrive in this amazing field.
It's an exciting field.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Happy diving.
Happy diving.